will be posting a syllabus. So whatever you're learning will be your syllabus for your coming Sunday's test. Okay, and this Sunday we are going to have the objective test, not the subjective one. And make sure that you attend before 5 p.m. It should not after 5 p.m. It should be always before 5 p.m. In any case, if you are not attending, do let us know personally, okay? Because like if I talk about Abhinav, he has informed us before itself. So we know that he will not be attending. So the message should come from the parent side, not from your side, okay? We will be cross-checking with the parents, calling them. All right. In the previous class, we have discussed about the structure of the leaf. Then we have, discussed about the experiments actually. So why KOH is important? What's the function of KOH? Zoha? Function of KOH? What's the function of KOH?
Ma'am, it like absorbs carbon. Okay. Like
Correct. See, it's correct. Okay, that's it. Okay. So it absorbs the carbon dioxide. Shayan, why do we use the Vaseline for the setup?
To prevent the entry of air.
Correct. So to prevent the entry of the air. Okay. Aman, what was the experiment we discussed in the last class? What was the name of the experiment?
Now we flash the light.
Light is important or the carbon dioxide is important? Or
Now
both?
the carbon.
So we have discussed in the last class about the both that the carbon dioxide is important. At the same time, the light is also essential for the photosynthesis. Now, today onwards, we will be starting. Shubhansh, turn on your video. Shudhamshu, turn on your video. Aryan, so many times I have said to turn on the video. Don't turn
Sorry,
off, okay?
ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. I went for taking water, ma'am. And
Okay.
coffee.
Okay. So today onwards, we will be discussing about the holozoic nutrition. Fine. I think we have studied that term before somewhere. Right, Abhinav? What do you mean by holozoic nutrition?
Holozoic is like feeding on other animals or not like neither saprophytic or not other forms.
I'm asking what is holozoic. So a simple definition of it. Shubhansh, you said like you have studied that. Tell me what is holozoic?
Ma'am, holozoic nutrition is a mode of nutrition where the organism takes in food directly and breaks it down into simpler forms inside the body.
Okay. In a very simple language, it's like Shubhansh, you're correct only. So holozoic type of nutrition is a nutrition where the individual or the organism will be taking the food in the form of the solid particles. Or we can say solid intake of the food particle is known as the holozoic nutrition. So we humans, what do we do? Right? If I want to eat something, I'll be taking the particles into my mouth, and then through the body system, through the digestive system, that food will be breaking down into the various components, right? First of all, it will be big in size, later it will be reducing in size and very small in size, then it becomes soup-like structure, then it goes to the stomach. Like this, the whole kind of the particles of the food will be converted into the soup. And then what do we get out of it? Either the waste material will move out, or either the useful nutrients will be absorbed by our body. So this here in the grade 10 we'll be studying about the humans as well as the amoeba. So how do we actually take the food and how do we break them in our body, as well as about the amoeba. So how do the amoeba they will be taking and how do they break the food? So this will be under the topic called as the holozoic nutrition. So holozoic nutrition is what is basically the solid intake of food with the help of the hand into the mouth. Of the hand. So intake of solid food particles with the help of the hand into the mouth. So now you tell me whether all the organisms have the same hand-like structure to eat, or they have the different. Do they have the same
Ma'am, can you repeat
hands,
it?
or do they have the different, right? So everybody actually, if I talk about the dogs, how do the dogs they will be taking the food with the help of their limbs. Same way, the cows are there, buffaloes are there, or any other birds are there. So each and every organism have their different ways of taking food. So depending on that, it will be maybe by the hand, maybe with the help of the limbs, or maybe with the help of the beaks also. Like the birds, what do? They take it with the help of the beak. So that is what actually the holozoic nutrition. So intake of solid food particles with the help of the hands, or maybe with the help of the different organs of the body, and then using it for the energy growth and development. So I'll actually first of all show you something. So can you see the screen now, children?
Yes, ma'am.
What is visible on the screen?
Digestive system.
Digestive
Human
system.
digestion.
Right? So it is actually a human digestive system. So you can see how actually it looks like. So just give me a minute. Okay. Now, this is the front part. You can see this is the front way, the buccal cavity, the esophagus, the stomach, liver, the small intestine, the large intestine also. So actually, in real, it looks like the same almost. So this is a 3D view of it. Now, from the side, if we look on, so it will be looking like this. You can see how the small intestine, you can see the rectum, you can see from the side. It goes to the anus then. At the back, if we look, you can see how the pancreas and liver, the pancreas you can see, the gallbladder you can see, it's there, green in color. So this is the back view of what? The digestive system. Coming to the other side of the human digestive system, it looks like this. So from down, if we see, you can see the anus part will be there, and then rectum will be there. Showing from the top, you can see the buccal cavity, which includes your, complete mouth part. Mouth structure will be there. Now, one by one, like as we keep on going to the topic, we will be discussing about each and every part. But before that, we should know what is nutrition and what are the steps of nutrition in humans. So, in humans, we have the different types of the nutrition or steps of nutrition. So, any one of you is aware of the steps of nutrition in humans. What do we have? What are the different
Ma'am,
steps of nutrition in humans? Yeah,
ingestion, digestion,
yeah, correct.
uh, थर्ड वाला याद नहीं, उसके बाद assimilation, फिर egestion.
Correct. Very, very good, Shubhansh. So basically, there are five steps of it. We'll start from these steps, and then I'll come back to this again. So steps of nutrition. Steps of nutrition in humans. So keep in mind, we are talking only about the humans right now, not about any other organism. So steps of nutrition in humans. There are five major steps for it. It starts with the first step is what? The ingestion. The first step is the ingestion. The second step is what? The digestion. The third step is the absorption. The fourth step is the assimilation. And the last step is what? The egestion. Fine. So these are the five steps: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. So these are the five different steps. Now you tell me, do we have the same sequence, or we can go it up and down?
Ma'am,
We
same
can write
sequence.
from same sequence. So others also should answer. I think the Zoha, Riti, Abhigya, Aman, Shayan, Aryan do answer. Okay. So we have to actually follow the same sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We cannot change it. Because until unless we are not eating anything, then how the egestion will be happening, right? So always the first step will be what? The ingestion. The second step will be digestion. The third step stands for absorption. The fourth step stands for assimilation, and the last stands for the egestion. Like, can you find any kind of similarity in these words? Is there any similarities in the words given here?
The same as in amoeba.
No, and similarity in the words I'm talking about, like ingestion, digestion, absorption. What is same actually in all the words? Any letters are same?
Ma'am, the last four letters are same.
Correct. The last four letters are what? They are same in all. What is this TION actually? See, when I use the word respiration, that also ends by with the this word. When I use the word digestion, it is also ending by this TION. When I use the word excretion, it also ends by the TION. When I use the word reproduction, see, why this always, there the ION or TION is like common. Any idea? A very, very important actually thing to know about. The reason is it stands for the process, or I can say it includes some of the other steps for it. For example, respiration. Respiration is not only with the one thing, right? It includes so many organs, so many cells it includes, right? So a kind of process will be happening for it. Same for digestion. For the digestion also different steps will be there to be followed. Then excretion, it also has the different organs or the system which includes, right? Reproduction, it also includes, different organs or the parts or the steps for to be followed. So everywhere, wherever you heard this word TION or ION in bio, I'm talking only about the bio, not about the chemistry or physics. So it stands for a process. It means one after the other, some or the other step has to be occurred. It has to occur. So that is why we use the word TION, and which is common everywhere. Now, ingestion, there also a process is there, right? Something has to be included or removed, or we have to take. Digestion, there also some of the other step will be there. So everywhere, wherever you heard the word TION or ION, it means it includes the process or the steps for that particular kind of the word. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So we discussed about nutrition. And when I started the definition of the nutrition, what I said, it is a process. Correct? Same way. Now, if I am going to start with the ingestion, so what I'll be saying, it is a process. Digestion is also a process. Absorption, it is also a process. So keep in mind these kind of the words, wherever the ION come, basically it will be what? It is a kind of the process. So you should always start the statement with the process word, or it is a process. Clear, children? Aman, Shudamshu,
Yes,
Chayan,
ma'am.
Aryan, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So very, very important actually thing. These all are the very, very small thing, but we always ignore it. We should not ignore them. Right? Okay. Now we'll be starting with the first one, which is the ingestion. The first and the important step is what? The ingestion. Talking about the ingestion is basically the taking in of solid food with the help of hand. And where we will be taking? Into the
Mouth.
mouth. Into the mouth. So taking in of solid food with the help of the hand into the mouth. That is called as the ingestion. So ingestion is basically the kind of the holozoic only. The second important point of ingestion is that the different animals use different organs for catching or holding or putting the food. Right? So as we have discussed, as I already told you, the different animals will be using the different ways. So some they will be holding, some they will be catching, some they will be putting the food into the mouth. So this is the first step. So ingestion, it is a taking in of solid food with the help of the hand into the mouth, and different organisms, different animals will be using the different organ for the catching, holding, and putting the food into the mouth. Clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Now in the second step is digestion. It is a very, very important step. In the digestion, what happens? The ingested food consists of complex insoluble organic substances. So what happened, like as I'm eating the chapati, what happened? In the chapati, the particles of chapati, what they will be? They will be complex in nature. They will be very hard in nature, right? So they are the ingested food, which will consist of the complex substances. Now, in this, what happened? The digestion process, the conversion of these complex molecules will be done. So, conversion of complex insoluble food into simple absorbable form. Very, very important point this is. So digestion is a process in which conversion of the complex insoluble form into the simple absorbable form. So what they will be doing? They will be converting the soluble form into the simple form so that our body can use it. Fine? Into the simple form. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And what kind of process it is? It is anabolic or it is catabolic? It is a catabolic process or it is an anabolic process? Yes, children. Zoha, Sudhamshu, Aryan, Shayan, Abhigya, Abhinav.
Catabolic.
Yeah, it is a
Metabolism.
catabolism, right? It is a catabolic process. Now, suppose this was a chapati. This was a particle of chapati which I had into my mouth. Now, what is happening? This will be broken down into the smaller particles. So this is what the catabolic. So digestion is a catabolic process which occurs with the help of which occurs with the help of digestive enzymes. Fine, they will be occurring with the help of the digestive enzyme. Now, what do you mean by enzyme? Who are the enzymes? What do they do actually?
Digestive substances like which digest food particles, which help in
Yeah,
digestion.
Which helps in
which help in digestion. Okay, no. So I'll tell you about little about enzyme first of all. Then we'll talk about digestive enzyme. So, like, just give me a minute. I'll just stop sharing. Okay. So digestive enzyme, we will not talk right now. Let me talk about the enzyme first of all. If I talk about the enzyme, uh, in my body, so many reactions are happening, right? In your body also, so many reactions are happening. Now, these enzymes, when they are present automatically in our body, what do? They make the reaction faster, right? So they make the reaction faster. Uh, Microwave oven. you have two options with you. One is a microwave oven with you, and the other one maybe a normal kind of chulha, normal kind of the gas stuff I can talk on, right? Now, I wanted to make something very interesting, and also what I'll be doing, I'll be preferring the microwave over the gas stuff, right? The reason is why the microwave will be taking less time as compared to the gas stuff, and it is like more safer side, right? Same way in our body, these enzymes, when they are present in our body, what do? They make the reaction fast automatically. Fine. So automatically, when they are there in our body, the reaction will come fast, and we will be digesting our food in a faster way. But sometimes, due to deficiency of the nutrients or due to deficiency of the oxygen in our body, these enzyme does not work properly. And during that time, the problem occurs in the system. So these enzymes are not only for the digestion, these are for the respiration also. We have the different enzyme. For digestion, we have the different enzyme. For our reproduction, we have the different enzyme. So our whole body has the enzyme actually. And all those enzymes have a different role. Digestive enzyme, they will be helping for making the reactions happening in a faster for the digestion. Fine. Same way, the respiratory enzyme, what do? They make the reactions faster for the respiration process. Understood now? So each and every enzyme, they will be working, they will be making the reaction faster for their own field. If I talk about bio is my major, right? So I am good in that. Physics, ma'am, she is good in physics. So that is her major, right? Same way, respiratory system will have the respiratory enzyme for it. Digestive system, they will have the digestive enzyme. Now, if I want that in my body, digestive enzyme should work for the respiration also. Will it work? Will it work if I ask my digestive system enzyme to work for the respiration also? Will it work?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, it will not work. It will not work. And somehow I'm pushing that, digestive enzyme to work for the respiratory system also. Maybe it will work a little work, and again it will become lethargic. Same thing, if you give me, instead of bio, if you give me physics, then I might not be able to teach you, right? I'm getting the pressure to teach physics, but I'm not able to do it. I'll try my best. I'll do it maybe for one class. I'll do it for maybe two class. But ultimately, what happened then? I'll raise my hand up and I'll say, okay, I cannot do it, right? Same way, these enzymes will be there in our body. They will be doing a particular function, but if we try to, ask them to do some other function, they will not be able to do it. And whatever they do it, they are very good in that. Fine. So enzymes are nothing but they are the molecules of protein. Fine. So whatever the protein intake we are doing in our body through the pulses or through the dals and all, they are basically what? They are making the enzymes in our body. So enzymes are what? They are nothing but they are the molecules of the proteins, which makes the reaction fast in our body. Understood now? Now what basically the enzymes are?
Yes, ma'am.
Shubhan, Shudamshu, Aryan, Shayan, Ayunija, Dhritti, Siddhi.
Yes, ma'am.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Fine. So we'll go to the third one now. So digestion is basically the process where the complex insoluble molecules will be converted into the soluble molecules. And this is a catabolic process. After this, once the digestion happens in our body, it will go to the next step of nutrition, which is the absorption. Step is the absorption. Now, what happens? Like, whatever the molecules were converted into simple form, from those simple molecules or simple form, what our body should do, it should use it, it should absorb it, right? So you might have heard your mother, she will be saying that drink milk, you will be getting calcium out of it, right? So how you will be getting calcium? Because the milk has the calcium in it. And when you drink it, it will get digested, and from that milk, only the calcium will be absorbed by the body, and the remaining thing, the milk, the water and all will be thrown out of the body. So same way, the absorption is what? Is a process in which the digested food is absorbed from the digestive tract. and transport it to all parts of the body. So whatever the important things are there, important nutrients are there, they will be absorbing it and then they will be transporting to all body parts. Then the next one is after the once the nutrients are being absorbed, they should not keep it by themselves, right? What they should do, they should transport it to the remaining parts of the body. Now, suppose it was absorbed maybe in the small intestine, okay? It was absorbed, every nutrient was absorbed in the small intestine. Now, they have kept all those nutrients by themselves. But after some time, what do? Whatever the nutrients were present in the small intestine, they will start giving to the other parts of the body. And where do they give? They will give to the part which need what? Which need the repairing. Or they will give to the part where the cell becomes old. Fine? Or they will give to the part where the wound is present. So whatever the nutrients are there absorbed, they will be transferring it to the parts of the body wherever it is required. And this process called as assimilation. So in the assimilation, the
Ma'am, once can you show the absorption?
yeah.
Ma'am, I'm done.
Okay. So now once the food materials are absorbed, so the absorbed food materials now are used in obtaining energy. So what do? They will be giving to the other parts of the cell so as to get the energy and as well as for the formation of new components for repair and growth of the cells. So that is what the assimilation is. So whatever the nutrients are being absorbed from the food, they will be giving it to obtain the energy and as well as for the growth and development of the cells. Now, you tell me whether this process, assimilation, is a catabolic or anabolic process. What kind of process it is? Catabolic, anabolic?
Anabolic.
It is anabolic process. Very good, children. So now you have understood what is keta and what is anabolic, right? So why it is anabolic? Because small nutrients were there, right? Now those small nutrients, finally what they are doing? They are joining and then they are going to a different organ or to a different part of the body. So smaller molecules are joining together to form the complex molecule for the growth and development of the body. And that is why it is the anabolic process. And what else they will be doing? They will also be helping in the synthesis of proteins, fats. And so that is about the anabolic or the assimilation process. Now the food has been digested, the nutrients are being absorbed and they are being sent to the different parts. Now what is the last step is remaining? The last step is what? The egestion. Now in the egestion process, what they will be doing? The whole of or I can say in a simple language, the undigested food is thrown out of the body as fecal matter through anus. Fine. So at last, whatever the food is undigested, they will be throwing it out of the body as a fecal matter, which we called as a human excreta, right? And through which part it will be moving out? It moves out through the anus. Clear, children?
Yes,
So
Yes,
these are
ma'am.
ma'am.
the 5 different steps: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. In the egestion, the taking in of solid food particles with the help of hand into the mouth, and the different animals have the different organs for it. Digestion, in this process, it will be converting the complex insoluble form of molecules into the simple soluble forms of it, and it's a catabolic process. With the help of digestive enzyme, it happens. Then third step, absorption. In this, the whatever the food was digested, the useful nutrients, they will be absorbing it. And then it goes for the next process called as assimilation, where they use it for obtaining energy and the formation of new components for the growth and repair. It is an anabolic process since the simple molecules combine together to form the complex molecules. And then at last, whatever the undigested food is remained out, that will be thrown out of the body in the form of the fecal matter through the anus. Clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt any one of you have? Aman, Aryan, Abhigya, any doubt? Shubhan, Shudamshu,
No, ma'am.
Ayunija, Dhriti, Siddhi. Yes, Siddhi, any doubt?
Ma'am, can you
Yeah.
No
explain
doubt, ma'am.
ingestion?
No, ma'am.
Aman, what you are saying?
Ingestion. Ma'am, can you just explain that?
Ingestion. Okay, ingestion is basically taking in of food. So if I have chapati in my hand, like for example, if I have this toffee in my hand, so what do? I'll be using my hand to take it into my mouth, right? So that is what ingestion is. So taking of solid food particles into the mouth with the help of the hand. But different animals have the different, the organ. If I talk about the dogs, they will not have the hand, right? What do? They use the directly mouth to take the food inside. Clear, Aman?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes, Sudhamshu?
once can you show a simulation?
Yes, I'll share the screen again. So this is the assimilation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. And children, one more thing, like you might have seen in the groups about the All India Test Series. So last year we had that in the month of January and February, and we have winded up last Sunday, right? On 24th March, we have ended it. So the benefit of it is like you are going to have now, the two tests in a month, the two maths tests and two science tests will be there. And whosoever get the rank 1, rank 2, and rank 3 will be given the cash prize also for that. And it is like highly useful. So what we are going to do, we will be giving you one particular chapter for that particular 15 days that you need to work on, one for maths and one for science. And then we'll be giving you the date also on which date you will have the test. It will be completely objective test, no subjective test. That will be done on the topper application. Fine. So every month, two tests you are going to have for the science and two for the maths. Do enroll for it. It is like only 400 rupees for the full year. Abhinav has enrolled for it. Others also should do it. It is very, very, very useful.
Ma'am, is it for
And
all?
it is for all from grade 3 to
No,
grade
ma'am,
12.
those whoever paid money should write the test, no, ma'am.
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
So, like Abhinav has paid, he has to write the test, right? So, every month he'll be writing the test. Same way, it's like 400 rupees for the whole year. Fine. So, do register for it, do pay the 400 rupees and start writing those tests. So, what
Okay.
happens when you go for your future entrance exam and all? So, you will be well prepared for it because it is time based. So, time will be given, and during that duration, you need to complete that test. All right, so register for it. Okay, Zoha? Abhigya, Dhriti, Ayuniza, Aryan, Aman, Shubhansh,
Ma'am,
Siddhi. All have to register. Yeah, Abhinav, tell me.
now how much is the cash price?
Cash prize actually depends upon the enrollment. So who get the rank 1, rank 2, rank 3? So depending on the numbers of enrollment, the cash prize will be given. So it's not so much, but yes, definitely if it is 50 rupees, 100 rupees or 150, 200, 250 also, then it's a good motivation actually. So I remember like I think Ionija last time in the January month, she got 300 rupees actually. She paid only 50 rupees, but in return as a cash prize for rank 1, she got 300 rupees back. So it will be like, yes, amount will be given. Fine. So 400 rupees is not much, right? For one pizza, we can spend, right? Maybe 500 rupees, 600 rupees. So why not for the studies?
Ma'am,
Correct?
every rupee
So
count.
Zoha is laughing for that. So Zoha might be thinking, what example ma'am is giving? It happens actually. I also, as Aryan, you are very intelligent, so you want to party, right? With the 400 rupees, not to spend for this reason and all, huh?
Now, ma'am, I'll participate in test, ma'am, and I'll get and then in class we'll have fun.
Ah,
Ma'am,
fine. So
that's what we do,
then,
ma'am, in class, ma'am. When we get money,
ah.
we'll do fun only.
Correct. So see whatever, and I remember like Ayurveda's whatever amount she has got, she has kept as a balance, in the account. So as a memory, like she has earned it, right? Her own money, what she has earned as an amount. So that you all also can do. Whatever the amount is, it's not a big deal and all. The only thing is like yes, the motivation is there, and moreover, you are going to learn a lot. Fine. So ask your parents to register today itself. I'll share the, scanner with you so that you can do the payment. And do share the screenshot with me so that I can update the list. All right? Okay, children. Then we'll meet you in the next class now.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye. Thank you.